Had a technical difficulty there. I'm not sure what that was. I'm getting ready to get off in a minute, but still want to interact with the chat here for a minute. No, I'm back. I had something happen. The app shut down suddenly. I'm going to shut down here in a minute, but I'd like to chat for a second. He's back. You had to almost go back to talking to your cat? Yeah. You can't hear? Can you guys hear me? Is my audio here? Yes. Thank you. Thank you. So does anybody have any questions? Any questions about the riot, or anybody want to discuss anything? Can I put you on camera before I answer that?
No, sorry.
Yeah, I'm villain.
I'm a big fan. I'm a fan.
Yeah? Oh, thank you, man.
Yeah.
I appreciate that. I didn't know what to expect coming up on me like that, asking me that question, because I know I got a lot of haters.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Dude, I watch you. I see your chat, bro.
Yeah?
Yeah, I like what you do, man.
Right on. Thank you. That's encouraging, you know?
So how many of the days have you been out there?
I've been out since the first day of the riot here. Yeah. I went up to Seattle a couple times.
Oh, damn.
And except for maybe, I don't know.
Where are you from, Seattle?
I'm from the Pacific Northwest. I'm trying to keep it a little, you know.
Yeah, I totally forgot.
But yeah, I've taken a couple days off, but for the most part, I've been out every night.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know if you're from the Portland area. It does get crazy here.
Yeah.
Stay safe.
Yeah.
Continue what you're doing.
Yeah, there's a guy that shot right there at the. You were there?
I've been watching your whole thing, whole night.
Oh, right on, man.
I was literally watching you, and I was like, oh, I wonder if he's still there. So I went to grab food, and I was like, oh, say hi.
Right on. It's I'm glad that good people are coming up to see.
Hey, yeah, dude, stay safe out there. I watch every night.
Thanks, man.
Love what you do.
All right, I appreciate the encouragement. That's awesome. That's cool. Thanks, you guys. Thanks. How you doing, buddy?
Pretty good yourself?
Pretty good. Who put that zombie up there? How is that showing up? More dangerous on the rigs or in the riots? Dangerous. The rigs are pretty dangerous, man. I quit one job because I saw a guy come. Nothing ended up happening. It's what called a near miss, but he almost got decapitated right in front of me. It was so crazy. But, most of the guys on the rigs are like, if not drunk and plastered while they're working or high, they are severely hungover. I'd almost rather them be drunk or high than to be like horribly wasted, hungover from the night before. I don't think the riots are that as dangerous as people think they are, you know? Like, even though there was a guy shooting in the air tonight, I don't know. Yeah, the oil rigs. I mentioned the other night that I worked on oil rigs for a little bit, for a little spit. I make crazy money, but it was the most depressing, degrading environment ever, and very dangerous. So there's on an oil rig, you'll have this thing. You have like a trailer or a Connex box, and they call it the doghouse. It's got heaters in it, and like maybe a refrigerator and microwave and lockers. It's the break room, and it's where you change into your stuff at the beginning of the shift. Anyway, so we're in the doghouse with this crew, and there's this new guy, and he's pretty hyper. So I'm like pretty sure he does meth. And we're chilling out and on our break one day, and he always goes and lays down on a bench and listens to his he had a Discman from back in the day, and he for some reason he never upgraded to an iPod with all the oil money. Anyways, so one day he just sits up and he looks at me and he's like, hey man, do you want to buy I should let you know first, on his left hand, so your fingers have 3 digits, the knuckles. So he only had 1 digit on all 5 fingers, and he said he had lost his fingers on an oil rig. Sorry, I don't have that, man. You have a good night, though. Yeah. Okay. You have a good night, buddy. So he's missing all the fingers on one hand. And so he sits up during break and takes his headphones off. He's got those old headphones with like the sponge wrap around them. And he looks at me and goes, hey man, you want to buy a shit bong? And then I'm like, well, I don't know what a shit bong. What's a shit bong? And he looks at me and goes, what? And we just stare at each other for a minute, like realizing that neither one of us is they're both from a different world. And he goes, it's a fucking bong you smoke crystal meth out of, idiot. And I was like, no, thank you, but thank you for offering. But so that kind of stuff happened on the rig a lot. That kind of gives you kind of an idea of what oil rigs are like. Dude's missing all the fingers on one hand because he's smoking meth on a rig and offering me to sell me a crystal meth bong. There was one rig in the oil field that got shut down because they were running they were using all kinds of chemicals they actually had a meth lab on the rig, and the reason why they got shut down is because the state saw their record of the chemicals they were ordering, and it didn't fit the need for an oil rig, and it was just suspicious. So they raided and found a meth lab on the rig. All right, I think I'm going to call it a night, guys, and sign out here. If there's any of you that recognize your names in here and think you might want to jump on the moderator list, because I know the people that I have won't always be able to do it. But and also, if anybody has any opinions that have been here in the nights before, how the chat went tonight with moderators versus how it went before without moderators, go ahead and send me a DM and let me know your thoughts. And totally into feedback and suggestions, so give me you guys ideas. If I don't get back to you very quickly, or if I miss you, don't take it personally. There's a lot of internet flow coming at me, so appreciate you guys. I really think that I'm thankful that you guys are interacting with me and watching my stream and appreciating it, so thank you guys. Thank you, Zombie Killer Girl. Appreciate that. Vampire, thank you. See me hitting on another girl. I was concussed and thought it was you. I'll probably be streaming tomorrow night. It's what's tonight? That'll be Thursday night. Yeah, I'll probably be streaming tonight. Definitely this weekend. What are you talking about me? What do I sound like when I'm reading? Huh. I don't have a lighter. I'm sorry. I don't smoke anything. Sounds sexy when reading. Huh. If anybody wants to get a hold of me, you can hit me up in the DMs of any of my my social media. No, I don't smoke anything. I don't do any drugs. I don't smoke cigarettes. Yeah, that's just Portland downtown in general. They're mostly harmless. Although I probably wouldn't walk through any of the tent villages right now. I'm gonna try to edit that stuff tomorrow and throw up a YouTube video of some sort of just me walking through the tent village yet. I don't have the software to dub audio over, or maybe I do and I just haven't figured it out yet, but dub narration over a video that I've recorded. But I walked through the tent villages today in the area of the east end of the Pearl District in Portland, Oregon, which is also called Old Town. It's the used to be Chinatown way back in the day. But anyways, it's basically like a giant open air homeless camp now. It's pretty intense. But I walked through there and videotaped it all. Kind of, as I've said the last couple of nights, one of my real interest sounds like a bad word, but something I have a heart for is just homelessness and mental illness, and like how people got that way, and like, is there a way that they can be helped out of that? And sometimes when looking into that, it just seems so depressing, because I think a lot of people that reach out and do outreach to them just seem to have come to the conclusion that they're just going to just do them kindness ongoing as long as they can do it without expecting any change, because sadly it doesn't look like a lot of those people ever change from that situation they're in. Top right, what are we looking at top right? Thanks, Satan. Thank you. Are you thinking about somebody asked me about that the other night. I think you're thinking about the Eddie Bauer camping advertisement right there with the people standing on the cliff. Is that what you're talking about right there? All right, guys, I'm gonna sign out here. You guys have a great night. I'll see you in chat again on another night of streaming. Hopefully everything stays safe here in Portland. I don't like when things start popping into violence, so wish me luck and wish safety on everything. Petition to Nuke Portland to fix this.